Hello there, good morning, welcome to today's Daily Dominion. It's not even morning where I am, it's just a lie. Good day, people. Alright, alright, we have Pure Adventures, and we have, a lot of nice cards, really. I mean, almost everything here has some value except probably Guide. And whether we get around to Pilgrimage is unclear, but certainly okay. Alms always shakes up the opening a bit, except here it doesn't really, because the threes, you probably want one of the threes. But if you had a 5-2, it'd shake it up a bit, probably. Though actually, it's not clear you'd open a 5, so. Anyway, Alms is not doing a lot in the opening, but it may have some impact later on. It's certainly a good buy. It's good with Amulet and with T-Mog whenever you maybe eat up some of your cards in hand, doing trashing or whatever, and then you end up with you can Alms. I'm almost thinking about double T-Mog here. If we draw one of them turn 4 or turn 3, then we're pretty happy. On the other hand, if we whiff them, it's quite bad. Though it's pretty bad, anything if they both whiff is going to be a little bad here, since we're looking at durations and reserve cards probably in the opening. You could open with a Magpie too, of course, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem critical to me. You could open Gear, Amulet, T-Mog, Magpie all look like reasonable combinations of the opening here. I'm just kind of trying to tease out in my mind what I think is the fastest thing. This game will probably go pretty quick for the AI, and they love T-Mog, and so there is some risk that they can mill the provinces at the end of the game to make the game shorter. We do, of course, have extremely strong alt VP in Distant Lands, which tends to help beat the AI on these adventures boards. And there's there's a pretty good engine with Storyteller draw, some Magpie draw, and Artificer for extra gains once you get going. There's plenty of consistency between the gears and whatever, so you can build quite large here, just maybe going to be a little slow off the ground depending on where the T-Mogs show up for you. Alright, I'm going to try the double T-Mog. I've convinced myself. And just to get in the habit of buying the Alms, I'm going to use Alms twice. Okay, so we hit this. This is really great. Assuming we have an estate anyway. If we don't have an estate, then it's actually not that great. But they went T-Mog Amulet, which I think is fine. I think here I'm going to add... Ideally, we're like T-Mogging Silver. We could add another Amulet so we have one for sure in the next shuffle. I guess we could have made that choice here as well. There's not a... Anyway, we got a great reshuffle, so that's awesome. We only have the one... We can Alms here for a port. And then hopefully, yeah, this is beautiful. Excellent. Everything is coming up me. Though the AI is moving along on their money thing for sure. It's not going bad for the AI by any stretch. But I am going to be clean really quick here. So then we got to figure out if we want a Magpie so that we can T-Mog those or the ports into like Storytellers or whatever. How we get an Artificer. We gotta work on draw now. Is the main thing. So we unfortunately don't have... Given that we're not setting aside a... If we were playing a T-Mog now, I would set aside the estate for sure, but given that we're not going to get to do that just yet, I'm gonna set aside the Coppers. And then Alms for... probably a Magpie. Could be a Gear, I guess, but think I'm gonna almost for a magpie. Okay. And then eventually we'll switch to some. They're doing okay. AI's doing okay. Not amazing, but okay. This is like a question of how much do I want to buy Artificer here and now versus a little bit later. I think we still do a little bit more. Okay, this is not ideal. It's not bad, but it's not ideal. We could do another set of ports. This looks okay. All right, so what we're gonna get here is another gear, and then we're gonna go ahead and up one of these into like Artificer or something. It could be Royal Carriage, honestly. And try this run, try to replay this. Okay, that actually, yeah, that worked pretty well. I mean, I'll take it anyway. It's not. What do we want to set aside here? We can draw everything. Or we can draw more. I guess we could wait. And I would like to buy a 5 now. Okay, so the question is whether we keep these, whether we want to balance the amulets, which isn't that important, to be perfectly honest. Because right now we have the team. I mean, I guess we can have the T-Mogs on one turn and the amulets on the other. That's kind of a similar balancing, maybe. I don't really know. They do have a T-Mog on the map. They don't have a province yet though, so that's good. So okay. Let me think. I'm gonna try it this way. Do I want the silver yet? Maybe. Okay, there's the province comes, and let's see when they shuffle. We'll try and page it. They haven't shuffled yet. It's going to be a little bit before they can start milling those. Hopefully they call the T-Mogs before. I guess if they do a lot of milling, they just won't actually have that many points, which is another consideration. We're probably going to try to buy a 5 again. It would be kind of nice to T-Mog something again. Or to port something. We can port magpies, I guess. It would be kind of nice to gear something. Okay, this didn't quite pan out. Question is whether we want to discard this junk to... The way it didn't... Well, here, let's try this. We'll try something. I'm trying to find this stinking Royal Carriage is what I'm trying to find. Now, do we want to set aside something here? Like this. Okay. And then do this number. All right, there you go. That's basically... What did we leave on there? Magpie? Yeah, that's basically perfect. More or less. So that's nice. We got a little extra draw. We still have plenty of actions. So I'm going to move on to a storyteller now. Actually, maybe we buy the pilgrimage now already. If we can gain and play a storyteller next turn, which is not trivial, but maybe we can do. We can gain and play a storyteller. Well, actually, it's trivial, right? We have T-Mog. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buy the pilgrimage now. Okay, so they call T-Mog. They don't call a second one. They do hit 8. All right. So they haven't shuffled yet, but after this turn they'll shuffle, and then there are possibilities for milling. So we'll have to watch out for that a little bit. Let's go ahead and trash the magpie for storyteller, and then we're gonna have to start thinking about how we want to do. When we want to do the distant lands. Okay. So we maybe should try to balance the amulets. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Play this one without discarding. Here's something. Okay. Play the. We just need $4 is all. It's not a huge deal to do more of this. Okay. We would again like to toss something aside here. We need $4, and it would be cool to go ahead and at least gain something with the artificer again, even if it's just a gear. We're getting a little bit closer to where actions will be awkward, but we're going to gain another royal carriage here, so shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, let's call it on this. And then, oh, we might as well. Okay. This is looking pretty good. We're gonna trash here. Guess we're not playing this gear. And then we're gonna pilgrimage, and we're gonna get a royal carriage, storyteller, and an artificer, I think. Well, they pulled the other T-Mog off there, which if it gets them 8 is probably worth it anyway. But at least the mill stuff is a little bit not as scary right now. Okay, let's get these. We're getting. What should we do here? Probably got to be played a little safe and just get the draw. To be honest, it's not worth risking it. We can go ahead and get the rest of the magpies emptied, I guess, but so storyteller plus silver is pretty nice. I mean, it's not super big draw. Golds would be bigger, but we don't have a really good way to gain golds, but it's an okay amount of draw. You get if you play 3 silvers, you spend 4 cards and you draw 7. So it's like plus 3 cards. Every silver play is like a lamp. So it's like 4 cards to get like 3 lab effects, kind of, which is not incredible, but it's what we've got to work with now. So, and ideally, we would hit some of the... I guess I just don't have that much treasure. I was going to say maybe I would... Ideally, we get to do some tricks where we discard with Artificer, discard treasures with Artificer, and then redraw those with the Magpies, but I maybe played too many of the silvers there. I don't know how... There should be some more silvers, but I don't know exactly how many. Maybe not a lot. So... We could call Royal Carriage on the Artificer itself, though. Now we get some of the silvers. Okay. So Artificer... I guess we could get yet another amulet. That doesn't seem that good, but... So draw is not incredible right now. I'd be a little worried about lowering stuff. I mean, we can get a lot of gears. Gears and ports are also pretty easy to gain, which is nice. It's not a bad angle for the draw either. Trying to think if we need to score now. It's very possible. See if we can hit some of these treasures now. Nope. One of them? Nope. No treasure hits. Hooray. Okay, cool. Let's get the gear. Here I'm just gonna set aside this junk. And just alms. Excuse me. So we're not so far away. Oh no, I had treasures in play, of course. Oh, I can't undo that. Oh no. Okay, so we wasted a buy. I don't even know how much money I had. Maybe not any. Oh no. Alright, we'll be fine. Probably. Seems likely we'll be fine. I don't know for sure. That was a big mess up though. Okay, so no. Oh, and we just saved it. We totally didn't play one of the Royal Carriages, which we probably should have done. Okay, let me think here. Probably want to buy a province, to be honest. Maybe a little scary. All right. I'm trying to get to the end of a... Do I have another gear? Surely I have another gear. I'm trying to get to the end of a shuffle here. with some treasures. Still another. Okay, there we draw a little bit. There's still an amulet, right? Yeah. 2 gears, okay. I'm gonna replay this. We need the action. Because we don't have to have the action, but... Okay. The old T-Mog chain. Okay, I only have 5 here. Alright, let's put into hand. We could probably just do money here for those. Maybe we do 1 money and 1 silver gain. Let's go ahead and trash for a distant lands again. Gonna royal carriage. Let's go ahead and play this first and get a little more information. That's not exactly what we wanted. I would like some ports, but how many more silvers do we have if we're gonna do? Actually, no, let's not. Let's just use this one if we're gonna do that. Here we go. This is good. It's a little early to be setting stuff aside, but just how I do things, I guess. We can do a province set aside though. Just the one. How do we get... Is this my last artificer? No, I still have the other artificer. Maybe we do this artificer just to draw, you know? Then we go here, get the distant lands. The magpies here are guaranteed hits. I'm not gonna buy a province that's like asking to die, but I can buy I probably should have set aside another card with the 1 gear. Anyway, I can buy... I can just buy a duchy if I want, or I can buy distant lands. Because if If I province and they mill and buy a province, then I lose. That's no good. Don't want that, of course. So maybe just a duchy. This is really bad, right? What they just did. I mean, relative what they could do. Like, obviously. Like, if you... well, maybe not obviously, but... They trash T-Mog to gain a duchy. They play no other actions. You know, you can just gain distant lands, play the distant lands. So this is, like, clear mess up, but it's alright. Happens to... Doesn't happen to all of us, but it certainly happens to AI. Hard AI. So now I can take distant lands. If I play a couple more distant lands this turn, now I don't have the there's a gear that could be nice. I don't have a storyteller yet, which is the thing I would really like. I don't have any plus action. So the question is, if we draw here with the Artificer and discard down, they have, oh, they don't even have any T-Mogs down now. So we can just buy province here, it's fine. We don't have to even try to do anything nice. We can just see what we draw, and if we don't draw anything, it's fine. All right, we in fact get through here, so we can do big draw. We may have enough to... Well, that's kind of unlikely. I was going to say we may have enough to triple province, but that's pretty unlikely. I mean, we can get the silvers and see if that gets us there, but... because we have to do it now and see if we draw enough. We already wasted a card draw, but we can do this. Get a province. Oh, right, we can't triple, but we can double. So we'll just go replay and replay, and then we'll almost certainly draw enough of the silvers to get there. How many silvers did I discard? 4 silvers. So I'm going to need them all, so I just do this. Then we can go. And we'll see if the AI just ends it on... I didn't really look for 3 piles either. There may have been some 3 piles at different points. We go for maximum score, or do we just go for ending it real quick? Here's what we'll do. We'll just go for scoring. They're going to need a storyteller just to start us off here. Draw some cards. Beautiful. We can play the gear. We won't set aside now. At this point, setting aside is just taking away our artificer power, or like playing the T-Mog, any of that. It's just taking away our power. And I wouldn't want to do that. Actually, I really shouldn't play that yet, but oh well. we do need to have enough plus actions to play these things. Guess I've kind of blown any chance of doing a lot of extra gains at this point. That's okay. So almost certainly we could have gotten like another. Also, did I have the T-Mog in hand at the start of this turn? Oh yeah, I did. So I should have of course called T-Mog on the T-Mog. I just realized I had been staring at it the whole turn. It's not bad. We had pretty good early shuffles, honestly, quite good. I do think I could maybe clean this up a decent amount. But it's a really fun Adventures Kingdom. Like, you get to do so much with Transmogrify here, and the Magpies and the Ports play into it so well. It's not a super strong Artificer board, just because you don't have, or I guess the timing of what you'd kind of like to do, discard treasures into playing Magpie, competes with Storyteller, which needs to play the treasures during the middle of the turn to get the draw. There's probably like amounts of silver where that works out a little bit more, but I wasn't quite there. A couple turns I did it sort of, but so anyway, I would kind of expect, I had good enough shuffles at the start, I would sort of expect to be able to do about this many points, maybe a turn sooner if I play it a little more cleanly. The AI does just, you know, it's like fine to some extent, but it's not good at all. Also, it's kind of sad that the AI doesn't know to T-Mog whatever 4 into a distant lands and play distant lands immediately. That's pretty sad, because that's something that I would have expected it to be able to find quite easily. Maybe they decided it was like a 3-pile consideration. I don't know. I don't think it makes any sense, but in any case, hope you enjoyed this kingdom. Thought it was really cool, and I will catch you all tomorrow.